What's up YouTube, Mr. Lamas here, and today we're going to be doing your standard Summoner Fishymancer Necromancer. This is a Necromancer who focuses on just summons of big ol' skellies and lots of revives. Probably not really mages, because mages still kind of suck, but maybe we'll put a couple in just to have the big army. And then Corpse Explosion, because Corpse Explosion is very strong and goes nicely with it. So, with that being said, let's start it up.
Good day.
This is kind of your classic. We'll start players 8. Remember, you can type /players.
All who oppose me.
Space
beware.
1 through 8. Don't even need a space. And that will simulate more or less players within the game, which makes mobs a little bit harder, but you do gain more experience. So it's a nice way to gain some experience here and there. We will be bouncing back and forth between players 1 and 8 and 3 and various amounts just to make it a little bit of an easier trip. But if you're online, you'll always be players 1 unless there's other people in your game, in which case you're that player count. So just note that we're doing this just to kind of level a little bit more, a little bit faster, right? That's pretty much the purpose. If you choose to just stick on players 1 the whole time through, that's also totally fine. The biggest thing to note is if you do so, you'll just have to like farm a little bit more experience, right? You'll have to reset sometimes and farm some more EXP as you're going along the way. Summon Necro can do Ubers, yes. You get revives at level 30, and you can revive Erdars. Erdars have Crushing Blow on them, so you can get a big old stack of those. Get like 10, 11 Erdars, whatever. And then use a Telestaff, jump right on, well, yeah. Use a Telestaff, jump right on top of like Mephisto, whatever boss you want to kill. And all the Erdars just like swing all at once. Just be like, and they'll just crush him down really fast. It's pretty nasty, actually. Put a single point in Skeleton Mastery, but Raised Skeleton is going to be our skill of choice, really. Raised Skeleton is just better, plain and simple. It is just better overall. I would love to find some gold. Yes, and the other thing is getting a, for like Baal and Diablo, getting a poison spider from the Act 3 temples can be, or somewhere else, but anyway there. Getting the poison spiders are very good because they have a 50% chance to do a poison that lasts for like 4 minutes or something. And so that can prevent all of the regen, which is extremely helpful, right? Yeah. So a lot of times you'll have 1 or 2 of those, and then the rest Erdars. And yeah, you just kind of jam up as much as you can, dive on them, and let them go crazy. Yeah, just not really getting any gold out here. I was hoping to get a staff or a wand or scepter or something. That'd be worth a little bit, because getting a plus raised skeleton, you know, more than +1 would be really nice, but doesn't look like we're going to get much more. So we'll go back. We will go to players 1 here. I'll go ahead and sell the little bits that I have, buy a couple stamina. Continue forward.
I sense death within this place.
We are Summon Necro. I just updated the title. Yeah, we're generally doing Ubers around like 70-ish, because farming the keys will get you, you know, a few levels. Put another point in raid skeleton. So yeah, skeleton mastery is essentially a 1-point wonder until we max out raid skeleton. Reload, thank you. I've had people try and fight me on this before, but I've done the math. Raid skeleton will just get you more benefit overall because you eventually always get that extra summon. And that extra summon is just worth more than the little boost you get to each of your individual summons. Always a little bit more. Whereas amp damage I will be getting later on. Right now I really want to focus on just the summons. Now amp damage is obviously really good. It's 100% increased physical damage, so that will be coming soon here. I'll probably use my den point on that. And the name of the game for this character that we're going to be looking for is, can we get...
Is that enough to earn the rogue's trust?
Plus to skills. So we have 1,500 gold. Not a lot, unfortunately. Can't really buy anything here that I was hoping to get. So we'll just continue with this. And we'll put 1 point in amp damage. And we'll go ahead and go up to players 8 and see how it does. We can always adjust the player count as necessary. So, something to remember. The summoner will be slower. So, do not expect a soaring class that, you know, is going to be whatever, you know, a firestorm, fissure, druid running through anything. This character just goes slow and steady through the game, killing all the things. Now, obviously, as we can get more and more summons, that will help. But until that point. Hello. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, and I can't afford the doctor. Brolo with your Prime sub, 27 months. Thank you very much. And thank you for reminding everybody they may have a Twitch Prime sub available. Works for me. We'll go ahead and jam everything into Vitality for now. And we'll go ahead and work around here. My damage is still decent enough. least worth smacking. Again, this is also where I really wish I'd found some gold somewhere. We've got this super chest to the right of us, so I'm really hoping we can get nice gold in there. Really hopeful. Yeah. It's a struggle. It is a struggle, boys and girls.
Moo.
When do we get Trolls of Destruction 2 derpy guided playthrough?
Oh, God, derpy. It's coming for sure. Probably a sponsored one for derpy. So bad. Doesn't it make more sense to play as a bone necro for leveling than respecking? Sure. Again, this is somebody who wants to play a summoner. Like, not everything always has to make the most sense of this is the fastest way that this character can go, you know? Yes, it is a little faster to start as bone and then shift to summoner, but for many people, they don't enjoy that as much, right? Like, this is the fantasy that they want to play. In fact, I know this is the fantasy that they want to play because the summon necro is the most popular character in D2. So I'm actually going to go out and come back in. And the main reason is, one, we can repair our wand here, and that'll be nice. Man, still not a lot of gold. See if there is anything.
Moo.
One to clay golem. Yeah. I really wish I had gold. Bredao, Tijies, thank you guys for the prime subs.
Hi there.
I can't.
Oh yeah. Oops. Oh, I didn't have that set.
Got enough mana.
So we'll get our clay golem here at 6, which can just be nice. Oh, that's right. You can't curse the possessed. Okay. And the main reason I did that is so I could come over here and fight Rakinishu again. Rakinishu is pretty good experience, so a lot of times you can farm Rakinishu for 3, 4, 5, 6 levels, right? Take him up to like level 12, 13, 14 if you really want. Which can just be really nice. ahead and pick up a little bit here. A couple more skellies. That works for me. Nice and simple.
Moo.
Henrikin, thank you. Was that a 1 that dropped? An orb. Thank you very much. 1 to charge bolt. Demand recharge shrine. Now, we will be killing, you know, just kind of a general amount of stuff as we're playing through. But we also will, of course, be focusing on boss groups that we can get along the way. And we do want to find a 2-socket armor and a 2-socket helm. But like here you can see we have a boss group. So you have the boss, the unique, and then all of the guys that say minion underneath are going to be his summons. And those are going to be the main focus for us here. Also, I did talk about Corpse Explosion before, and Corpse Explosion will be a key piece of this build, but not until later on. For right now, that's not really a focus of ours. It's just like really expensive mana cost and not really worth it. So the main focus, plus like we need the points in raised skeleton and all of this instead. Llama completing his guide videos is Blizzard going to make a major patch. Why would I do guide videos before they did a big patch? It makes no sense. And I have to just redo everything. I mean, there could be something. I didn't get invited to Australia. I'm not mad about it. You're mad about it, but like, whatever. 10 max stamina, sure, why not? I'm not mad, I said. I'm totally fine with it. Australia doesn't even seem that fun to go to anyways. Is there a reason not use the mercenary? I just hit level 9, so a mercenary will be joining us very shortly. It's fine. Sorry. It sounds like I'm not fine with it. It's fine. I don't need to be in Australia having fun getting the updated D2R news. I'm happy that Kano or whoever, random people that don't even play as much as I do, are getting to have this opportunity instead. Is that better? In the meantime, Diablo 4 just apparently did something big, and everybody that's anybody was on the call for Diablo 4. And they're all excited for what's cooking. Which, like, I'm not going to be fooled by that, but... Didn't get invited to that call either, so... Whatever. I don't want to be on any of these calls. That study isn't conducted by Blizzard directly. Then what was it? Why has nobody said what the heck it was? What was the call? I must know. Oh, we got a horrible river map.
Good day.
We'll save our chip gems because chip gems can be used to reroll wands, which can be really nice. Get us some gold later on, maybe roll something really sweet to use.
Reeks of death.
Did they make a new group without you? What? Maybe. Level 1 radius is so small on amp damage. It really improves when you can get a few points in it.
Is fire golem bombing viable damage or not?
Fire bombing. Oh, fire golem bombing. Yeah, it actually is like okay. It's not terrible. You can definitely use it a little bit in certain situations, but it's not good enough that it can be like just its own thing, you know. More vitality and a little strength. We'll want to get up to 25 strength eventually. Ooh, a wand. Here we go. Big summon daddy. Oh, I don't have ID scrolls. It's alright. 5 skeletons now. Our army continues to grow. What's fire golem bombing? It's where you keep summoning a fire golem over and over next to something. And so the fire damage, there's like a little explosion every time. So it's like... I say, you can do alright. Let's find the next boss group. How to get spells not on F1 to 10. You just go into your controls. Change them right here. Why have I not seen an iron golem? Yeah, the material, just like, it's generally not worth it. You could like make a little something with it. Hey! One to clay golem. Good. 3 to teeth. 10 FCR, 3 to teeth. Like, literally the godliest thing I could find on a Necromancer speedrun to start. 1 golem, 3 teeth, 10 FCR. So, of course, we find it now. I am not going to use the teeth because this is the summon necro run. But you could definitely teeth these dudes a little bit and it'd do alright. Level 12, I could have put a point in Golem Master if I wanted. It's not that big of a deal though. Like, the Golem is mainly just to sit there as a load. Mages aren't really worth a dang. So honestly, continuing Raised Skeleton is still going to be your best bet here. Yeah, you mostly do the Insight Golem, honestly, for damage, and a little bit to have the mana if you want for the Corpse Explosion. Love Skelly Mage viability. Me too. I've always dreamt of a Skelly Mage lower resist Necro. I think something like that exists in PD2 now. Maybe I'll play that. Damage is starting to work its way up a little bit. Probably 100. Savage Polearm Iron Golem. Yeah. You can definitely just run around with an Iron Golem. But Clay Golem has the slow, which is super nice, especially against bosses, which kind of makes him just like really good. Fire Golem has an AoE if you kind of want to draw stuff in, and you can make him explode some. Blood Golem is okay. And then Iron Golem is alright. And again, if you're like have a nice aura, you can make a sweet Iron Golem, but all right, now at the summoner, make sure to drop down to players 1. That is going to be before you kill her. The best way to get runes. It's just a weird thing in the game and how it exists. We'll go up to 25 strength, rest vitality. We could definitely get some energy later if we wanted. 1 point in Golem Mastery is like okay, but I think I'm just still going to continue the skeletons. We'll get that point later on. When we're getting close to Summon Resist, we'll get that point. Zombie head, make sure to check all the heads, because hey, 1 to Clay Golem, 1 to Raise Skeleton. It's really nice.
Your blood will boil.
Really, really nice. And 1 point to amp damage as well. So literally like everything I use. So just the Countess. I'm like so mad. This and a first try Taleth? What the heck? Why am I not speedrunning? God.
Good day.
Greetings.
That's absolutely absurd.
Yes?
All right, let's take a look at one, see if we can find a nice wand for like raised skeleton. I mean, that's just absurd.
Hello.
One to clay golem, which we already have there. 3 to teeth. 2 to raised skeleton for 7,500. I may just run that. Okay, so we'll get 2 to raise skeleton going, and we'll grab this, and we'll summon. We'll go to the stony field. And I can't believe that. Just absurd. And the start of getting your army going is always like one of the most annoying parts. I really wish they let summons persist through. All my QVs are on the trading block, since you have the worst QVs in the league. What? Well, hold on. Let's make a trade. Let's revisit the trade that we were looking at, Doc, you know? I'll go ahead and do Rakinishu here and go through there. And so what is your goal? What are you looking for here, Doc? If every single one of your QBs is on the block, and I have the worst QBs in the league, what are you talking to me for? Chat wants mercenary. You know, it actually is mercenary time. Once you hit level 12, is when you really want to get her. Because this is when exploding arrows. So you want to get a fire mercenary and go ahead and get like a 3-socket bow if you can, and then just jam some rubies in there. Boom.
I'll put that to good use.
Fire damage.
Impossible.
What was impossible
All
there?
that's left of proud Tristram are ghosts and ashes.
So exploding arrow is actually really nice
Leave here immediately.
from her. Like I say, this is the most popular Strouds, Fields, Panics. Okay, another point. Level 14, we'll go here, we'll pick up a 6 skeleton, and we'll continue forward. I guess at level 14, I can either do one more tower run, or I can just move all the way forward. I think I will actually do one more tower run, I don't need to do it because I did get my Tal Eth. That is the main focus. You want Tal Eth so you can make a stealth armor. So that's pretty much all you're looking for. Otherwise, some tier runes can be okay, though mana's not a big issue. Yeah, the tower's a little bit far. It's like the only problem. Some Rao runes are nice for just some fire res later on, etc. But so again, what are you looking for, Doc? What's your? Because I could see interest in Stroud, Penix, or Fields. I think all of those have some interest to me. I don't know if I'd pay enough of a premium for Stroud, but Penix Fields I think would be a nice. Yeah. That does sound accurate.
I can't carry anymore.
I just like all the. Sounds about right, Brian. I just like all the experience that can be gained down here. Just nice and easy. Oops, let me get rid of this. Super flex, but otherwise standard. 15, we'll go ahead and grab this, pick up a 7th skeleton. Now our damage is starting to really come together with this many skellies. Weird. I would say I'm nearing a point where I'd like Corpse Explosion, but I still don't think it's the right time yet. It's just so mana intensive. Also, they've blocked him in a little bit, so we'll resummon outside there. Again, it's a little bit of like a patient game you gotta play. And we'll go down to players 1. And see what runes we get. LL. Alright. That's pretty rare. Keep some more of those. And keep rolling. 2 to light radius, 1 to strength. Nothing really worth there. Yeah. Almost level 16. More vitality. We got our 25 strength. Put a couple rejuves. Put the leg away. Thanks, Barry. We're almost 16 here. So like I say, we will be getting a point in Golem Mastery coming up. Just so when we hit 18, we'll be able to have that. Another zombie head. 1 to raise skeleton, just not quite as good. Level 16, I'll go ahead and grab that point in Golem Mastery now. And we can move forward. Yep, we can always roll it with a spiked club and 2 chips, or 2 skulls of
This
any
place
kind.
has the stench of demons about it.
It's a weird one, Brian. Things you think about. Concern me. For our future. I'll keep a second 2-open socket helm. This can be used for lore or something later, which frees up this one to be used for rows or tiers or whatever we kind of find along the way. Yay. Thank you.
The slow
Yeah, where's my sweet
torture
treat?
of caged starvation.
What? Oh my gosh. If I get a Lum rune, you want me to not make smoke and instead make splendor? Ugh. Nice. Double boss. Oh, I love going to the casino, but I haven't been in a while. It's hard to go to a casino when you got 2 little babies. One that's still breastfeeding as well and stuff. Once we get our 17, we also get stealth going, which is nice. What is the baby Bjorn? Daddy's on a heater. You'll get some milk soon. Yeah. I don't really want to double down and bet my kids because one, I don't want to lose and lose my kids. Two, I don't want to win and win double my kids. So like betting my kids just seems like a bad idea both ways. All I'm rooting for is a push, man. That's it. Maybe you'd get really cool kids. I have really cool kids. I still don't want 2 more right now. Bet that jank Camry? Wow. Okay. That is a classic. Oh wait, 24 is when Summon Resist comes on. Oops, that's fine. That car is a straight up classic. It's only going up in value. Why no mages? Those mages ain't good.
Move.
Max, thank you.
I sense a demonic presence here.
We're just skelly pumping all day, every day. Is there a boss in here? Are we munching on foot corn again? There's no candy corn today. Moo Girls says we didn't appreciate it enough yesterday. I know.
It's locked.
Everybody always says Nox was godly. I've not played it though. One of the few old ARPGs I haven't played. I'm sure I'd love it. I've seen a little bit of it. It looks really cool. Spooters! Can you explain what I mean by Skeleton Mage being bad? They just don't do damage, really. They're weak. They don't have great AI. Their damage is not very good. They're just kind of a sad mob. Or, ally. Should I make?
Moo.
We'll grab the waypoint here. It's not that important. Bottle Kid, thank you for 2 months. Thank you again, Maxul. Mwah! Kisses to you both for the subs. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. But I guess we'll go look. Do skellies always hit? No, they've got an attack rating as well. Level 4, we'll go down to players 1 here. Probably could have done players 3 if I wanted, but whatever. We also have our stealth to make soon enough. Extra gold, whatever. Alright. And we'll get Andariel and just beat her up.
I need my
A Bardiche. Interesting if I want to snag an Act 2 mercenary, which has Blessed Aim and probably would be a little bit better. So even though the explosive arrow is nice there, this is pretty sweet. Like, that's a nice 100 ED, 20 IS. I don't have Iron Maiden yet. I'll get Iron Maiden later on. Though it's not as big of a deal. Either way.
Moo. Almost 7 years on GG.
GG. Well done, everybody. That is part 1. Nice and simple. We'll go ahead and shop a belt right here. 6 to mana, sure. I always like to look at gloves and boots and stuff. Maybe you find some like 10 fire res or light res gloves, 10 fast run walk boots, you know, stuff like that. And then we'll come over here and we will get ourselves a Blessed Aim mercenary.
I'll put that to good use.
And we'll give him the Demox Hue. You can also just shop a random scythe or whatever you want for him to use. I never made the stealth. Alright, let's just go do that. Yeah, he's got really sweet damage. Tal Eth, get stealth. The big thing, 25 fast run walk and 25 hit recovery. The 25 FCR is also nice and will be useful with like a tele staff and stuff later on. But our main pieces are those ones there. We have a blood golem right here. We want a little bit more damage. Sure. Why not? Another L rune. Not a big deal, but you know, tiny bit more. More vitality and energy does not matter that much. So we'll continue. Yeah. This is not hardcore, but if there's any character that we could play hardcore, this would be it. This is a pretty simple character to play through with hardcore. Because you can see the speed at which we move through the game is not that crazy. Now, remember, you do want to watch your mercenary and help him heal, and one of the best ways to do that is to give him potions. You can either grab a potion
Thanks.
and drop it on his portrait, and he'll say thanks, or you can do shift 1, 2, 3, or 4, wherever your health or rejuve potions are, and you can give him a potion that way. This can just be easy, helpful ways to keep him alive, because right now, while our mercenary does have a sweet weapon, he still does not have any life regen whatsoever that we like life steal or big replenish life or anything, besides any like basic natural stuff. So we can't really, he can't sustain himself super well. So we have to just help him out a little bit, you know. Find a waypoint. Looks like an exit instead, maybe. Yeah, I mean, that's the exit. Right? It's like really tucked up there. Okay. Though that Javazon could have been pretty hardcore if we wanted. We died twice, but I didn't, you know, I wasn't playing super safe. Blackhorn or Guillaumes? I'd rather have Guillaumes on the mercenary. Mates game in 2001? Yep. LOD was 2001. Diablo 2 was 2000. Another level. We will go for more Skelly. Get those points up. You only have 13 subs. That's today's sub count. For some reason, the total subs thing broke. It doesn't count anymore. So. There's the maggot lair. That's annoying. More bosses to kill. Happily. Oh. I bought so many battle chests as a kid. Lose the CD. Go buy another battle chest. Accidentally sit on a CD. Buy another one. Next CD gets scratched. Buy another one. Want to give one of the CDs to my friend so he can play. Buy another one. Always worth it though. I would buy it all again. Hey, 3 open sockets. Nice. So we can make an Ancient's Pledge in that later, so it's really nice. Good, good thing to have. Exactly, Stricture. Okay, let's go down here. So, Corpse Explosion will probably come in about Nightmare. Again, it's pretty mana intensive, and having the other skill points, like jamming up my raised skeleton and stuff right now, is just too important. But once I can get like a spirit sword and stuff, and I can get more plus to all skills, and so a single point in corpse explosion actually gets a few points, and I get all the added mana from spirit, then it starts to really like pick up and become kind of a better thing to have. It's good, Lenny. How you doing? Cube. And we'll go to 8 skellies. I'll also go ahead and give him a mercenary armor. Just make him a little bit tankier. Perfect. Plus 2s start selling. I don't want to be wrong. I'd have to honestly go look it up. I want to say probably in like the mid-30s is like a random guess. Mid-30s to 40s. We will deal with the maggot lair later. I'm just going to level up as much as I can and do the rest of the stuff prior to the maggot lair. Because maggot lair can be kind of annoying, I'm not going to lie. I never checked if the exit was down there. I guess we'll just go up here first. If you are in like a high level terror zone and find a Ammy there, then it can be decent. But you have to remember that crafting is your level and the item level. So the area, mob, whatever that dropped, right? The amulet. So if I get a level 99 amulet, but I try and craft it at level 1, it adds those two together and divides in half, so that'd be 50. Which would not be good. Right? So you need to be a high enough level as well. Thanks for not lying. I wish that wasn't something that people thanked for. So if you get a level 93 amulet and you are 88, then you're fine. Maybe even 87, because 90 is still okay, I think. But if you are, well, yeah, 88. 87. If you're going to gamble amulets, you need to be at least level 93. Because then your level plus the lowest level that you can gamble, which would be eye level 88, combined is going to equal your stuff. The right Apex level. Whereas if you are 92 and you gamble in 87, then you're going to be one level short of the +2 all skills.
I need money.
Like I say, I will get Corpse Explosion, but it'll just come later on. Right now is too early. It's too mana intensive. It's not going to do enough. The area on it isn't that big. It's once you get a couple plus skills and stuff, then Corpse Explosion starts to really take off. Highest possible level requirement on an item, I want to say 98. I believe there's been some 98 required crafted items, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought it was 98. I would, like, an Ancient's Tunnel one is not going to ever roll the 45 life. It's still fine for re-rolling. Buy Blood Golem instead. He does a little bit more damage and he heals me a little bit. Doesn't really matter. The Clay Golem I'll use for bosses. Awesome, Zara. Ugh, do I want to go into the mage? I gotta eventually do it, but not yet. Keep going here. Yeah, sometimes the linking in chat is buggy. If you can send me a screenshot of it, Bolda, and like the items specifically and all that, I can send it over to the devs and see if, you know, it's something they'll look at, because there's just been some weird ones they've, like, feels like it's very specific cases they always have to fix. Send it on Discord or to mrlamasi@gmail.com.
This place is as dark as a tomb.
Oh no, all our skellies died. Get more skellies. Yeah, Discord's good. Send me a DM with it. That'll be easier.
I need mana. Not enough mana.
Theater. The power really does start to pick up on this character, which is nice. Like, it's pretty slow early, but once you get 6, 7, 8 skeletons, things like that, it really starts to get nice, and they actually will kill things. Like, I'm running around on players 8, you know, and they actually kill things decently well, so. Plus the amp damage. Always nice. Run ahead. Let's go. Go, go, baby. Look at those skellies crushing it. Dang, 1 Nova, 2 Frost Nova, 3 Chain Lightning.
Enjoy the darkness.
Pretty sweet.
Greetings.
Yeah, I'm just gonna save that. Sell it for gold later on when it's worth a bit more. Am I going for Edgebow? I'm not going for Edgebow. We did a Thorns Necro before. So I'm going to go for the big army here with, maybe we just go pure Fishymancer and go for the mass corpse explosion. Maybe I'll start throwing mages in. I'm generally just sticking with amp damage. The main reason is 100% extra physical damage is just so much. If there's an area where survivability is really hard, Then sometimes you'll see me go for, you know, like Decrepify or whatever their life tap sometimes. You know, you can kind of like mix and match. But why do they call it Fishyman? So I believe the guy who first kind of did this build was like Fishy something. So, yeah, we did a summon guided playthrough with the Thorns before. So I kind of want to go for like a different style this one. Yeah, Maggot Lair is not a good time for beetles. Or for a summoner. Did the Sin die? Which Sin? I'm running a Sin in days. Soul Charge Hardcore. She made it all the way. Mic is kind of low. Is it really? Thorns with summons is very strong. Very, very, very strong. But like I said, we already did a Thorns summon Necro guide, so
Enough mana.
time to do a different one. I mean, I think PD2 kind of removes some of the identity of the Maggot Lair. You know, I'm just like that. I like some of the decisions like this that change it up a lot. It's, you know, I don't like everything being more of the samey. That's how you end up eventually with Diablo 4. It's a slippery slope of make it a little easier, make it a little easier, make it a little easier. Make this a little more convenient and better and blah, blah, blah. And then everything is just a haul. That's all the same. I mean, literally, Diablo 4 is just like
I need mana.
the same exact haul everywhere you go. You lose identity slowly. Go, Skellies. Annoy the players for the experience. Pretty much. Oh, okay, Doc. I wasn't certain. Okay, we got both our pieces.
Greetings, honored.
I got Darnold. And second. What happened to Brunsky? I don't know. He hasn't been doing much. Include a player, not a pick. Let's see my players. I am playing players 8. Yes.
This is fantastic. I wish I had time to study this bizarre dimension.
At what level on my newborn baby can I expect to start playing D2R again? Wait, what's the question? Your newborn baby's level, or can you play again? Yeah, probably around 2-3 months. I mean, you can even start pretty early and make it harder a little bit later.
It's locked. I need a
But
key.
Shahid or Cup, give you the stack. Darnold Cup stack for Fields. Potential on it. Or like I say, Rashid there. I think both those are similar. Now the better in question, yeah, is when can my baby start playing Diablo 2? And according to the ratings, age ratings and appropriateness, I'd say probably around like 3.5. 3. That's about the time that, you know, the kids can start to understand the basics that they need to get. Baby Lilith is already trying to play. She's 2. But she sits down on the keyboard and mouse next to me and plays, so. You started Diablo 1 at age 6? Yeah, I started Diablo 1 at age like 7 or 8. And I didn't get very far. I think I made it to like level 12 on my highest character or something in D1 and didn't beat it at all. I think I got to the Butcher and maybe I probably got a little further than Butcher. I think I just avoided the Butcher, but yeah, I'm still on Players 8 down here. This is another area where you could definitely go Players 1 if you wanted. Didn't get the first way, Snowy. Yeah, I used to play with my friend, who I still hang out with all the time now. He has a 2-year-old daughter as well, so our girls are besties. But that was the first place I ever played Diablo. It was over at his house. So maybe we can introduce our two girls to Diablo together as well. Ah, that'd be so nice. And I used to play StarCraft with my brother. We would do the, what was it called? Like spawning pool or whatever. You install the game on one computer, and then you install like spawning pool version of the game or something where you could only like play LAN or something. I forget. And I used to play on that. Darn.
Stay a while and listen.
One to life tap, one to golem mastery, min damage mana. Replenish life 5. I mean, it's better than 10 max stamina, but whatever. Yeah, it was just like the spawned copy. Let's go down to players 1. Now it's getting annoying. Can't convince your friends to play G2 with you? Sounds like you gotta make better friends. Why is like all my summons struggling so much in here? All of a sudden. We were doing so fine in the other areas. 3 Blessed Hammer, 4 Socketed War Scepter. That's fantastic. I don't know what rune word you'd make in it exactly that a Hammerden would super care about. The biggest issue. Yeah, Mercenary's not hitting, which is not great. But even without that, it's still 3 to Blessed Hammer, which is really nice if you're a Hammerden. Is there a corpse explosion would be nice? Yeah. We've definitely got ourselves in a little bit of a hairy situation with that. But, we were moving fine through the other areas. I just need my mercenary to kind of pop in front so he can really do some more damage. There's just, like, a lot of mobs here. Or just to get enough spread out like this, so then it's not just everybody locked up, right? Like, if you can run enough and get spread out enough, then all of your guys will start to, like, pop on the other side of it, and it'll just be a little bit easier. As opposed to when they all just kind of lock up and just one by one go in and fight, which is unfortunate. Oh my god, we fourth wayed.
Blessings to you.
There's nothing the right potion can't cure.
Oh, all the time, go-kart. All the time. Let's kill some stuff and move out of the way. Now it's more like a llama speedrun, it's true. There we go. See, like, now they've kind of, like, popped in a little bit. So we've got some skellies there, we've got a skelly up here. If I can run here again, we can hopefully get some skellies to, like, spawn over here. Either way, I mean, we know this character is a slower character, so, like, you should come to expect this a little bit. You should come to expect the pace. CE will be a thing for us a little bit later on. Okay, circle is all the way on the left. Tombs are always the exact same.
I'll put that to good use.
And let's see what we can get. Good nap, Scoticus. When you see it like that, it makes you feel like it is right there. And it cuts down over here like this. Without connecting. So we'll see. Top tips for playing classic D2. Just like classic, but still the same patch of stuff. don't know if I have tips for Classic so much, you know, like it's very fun. Have a good time with it. You're gonna need to just go slower. It's gonna be the main thing, right? So just level a little bit more, go a little bit slower, you know, really look for some rares and gamble some stuff. That'll really help a lot. In Classic, block chance on the shield is your block chance. So, note that. So, yeah, like if you use a shield with 60% chance to block, you have a 60% chance to block. So it's like really good. Yeah, Barbarian's pretty solid because Leap Attack still works there with the AoE, and then Whirlwind is godly, so you can run Leap Attack into Whirlwind and do really well. Things like that. 15 mana, so much. I don't even think I need another point there. I'm just gonna go for 9 skeletons instead. Like, Iron Maiden is cool and all. Looks like it's not there. But we've got a lot of summons. We're level 23. Like, getting a single point in Iron Maiden and just cheesing Duriel with it still does work nicely. Don't get me wrong. But I think we'll be fine enough here. Self-found throw barb. I actually did a throw barb all the way through to Ubers. Solo self-found. One of the big things was just shopping weapons. Spending time at Act 5 Mala and shopping just like big damage weapons and stuff was really beneficial. But I'd say go check out the throw barb guided playthrough. Because that one is going to have a lot of... You'll get to see it all in action, right? Huh. What a map. Up and over. Poison Necro. Poison Dagger Necro is a Panda level. Yeah, I believe I did a Poison Dagger run in LOD. In D2R, I did a Poison Necro run where I did Poison Dagger through till, you know, Poison Explosion and then went up from there. And once we got Poison Explosion going, it actually was pretty solid. But the Poison Dagger part was still a little rough. Lacerator best in slot? Yeah, Lacerator and the other one. That gives amp damage. Players 1, Duriel. War Strikes, thank you. We'll hit him with the clay golem here. Maybe I should have got Iron Maiden. Alright, I'll go ahead and... doesn't matter. So, if you want, for Duriel, let's say that all your skellies die. You can always go back and get all your skellies again in like the Cold Plains or something like that. But if you want to also just fight the bosses and kind of massacre the bosses, what you can do is you can just put your golem up, and then you can get 1 point into Iron Maiden. Or you can shop a wand for Iron Maiden. That's generally what I like to do.
Now, destruction is
So
letting
I'll
us
just come
on.
over here. And I'll just shop a wand and I'll just look for Iron Maiden. Ooh, 1 to P and B skills. Not really for us exactly, but nice. And we just look around until we find it. And it'll generally cost like 11 grand. You know, obviously if there's more stuff on it, it'll be more. 2 to Bone Spear. 1 to Iron Maiden right there, but it's 93,000 because it's other things. So just look for it without that.
Approach and let's trade.
2 to Iron Maiden, 3 to Corpse Explosion. I mean, that's kind of nice, but that's 100 grand. Right, whatever. You get the idea. So you can just do that until you shop one, and then you don't have to put the point in it, and it can be nice. Now, I'll go ahead and grab some wands right here, because what we're going to do now is roll wands. So I will literally take chips. I'm going to save 1 chip topaz, because 3 tholes and a chip topaz makes an Amrune, and I do want a spirit later. The other ones aren't nearly as important. And I can roll this with 3 chip gems. 1 to summon resist. All right. We'll roll another. I'll actually save the skulls. 1 to blood golem, 1 to bone spear, 2 to bone wall. It's not bad, not amazing. Man, kind of some trash rolls a little bit. 1 to life tap. Okay, we didn't really roll anything great, but we did roll 3 things that are worth at least 15,000, and these 2 are going to be worth more than 15,000, so I can save these for some gold later on. This is gold as well, and we've got a decent amount of gold right there. So that's what chip gems can really be used for, and you can get some nice rolls out of them. Sure.
How may I help you?
Regardless, Klappa's to you. You can also at Mala shop some bow sticks. Act 2 is done. Well done, everybody.
Greetings.
Well done. Now, I am level 23, and like we've talked about in our other runs, this can actually be a great place
Good day.
to snag a telestaff. So we can look at only staves that are required level 24, which if I'm level 23 means I cannot use them. So I don't have to look at any staff that is blue. Only the ones that are red. And you're just looking for teleport charges. If it's by itself, it'll be about 16 to 17,000 gold. If it has other mods, it could be 30,000, it could be 75,000, it could be 300,000, you know, whatever. So this is where having that extra gold from those pieces, like I showed you, can be really nice, right? I've rolled 3 wands. That's 45,000. I've got that other thing. That's 60,000. And I don't even need to use it because we got one right there for 17, 18 grand just about. So now we have a telestaff. And when we hit 24, we can use that, which is really nice. I thought I had a second. I thought I had 3 skulls. Oh well. I'm going to go to the bathroom really fast, and then we will continue.
Good to see you.
Moo.
Hello. Good to see you. Good day.
Okay, let's continue the run. We'll stay on P8 right here. Go more vitality. And do the slow build up of the army. Again, you can always go to like the Cold Plains if you want for it, but the start of Act 3 is also not a terrible place to build your army up in normal. So. Now, the question becomes, do we want to continue with our Act 2 mercenary or get an Act 3 mercenary? Because the Act 3 mercenary, fire one, has an enchant, level 3, which is 11 to 15 fire damage added, and 38% attack rating. And for all of my summons, that's pretty good. That's a lot of damage added. The Act 2 Mercenary gives Blessed Aim, which gives attack rating, so that's nice. So really this is just mainly for the damage. I'm going to go ahead and say yes. We'll destroy the Demox Hue there. And continue forward. Well, Edge wouldn't be till later anyways. Oopsies. I already went that way. How long does it take him to enchant 8 skellies? Not that long. He usually does okay with it. Come on, do it. feel like he's being slower than normal right now. He's nervous because everybody's watching, I guess. It's okay, buddy. Go ahead. You can enchant them. The mages don't do physical damage, so the enchant doesn't help them. He will enchant them though anyways. Alright, so most everything should be enchanted now. There might be like one that isn't. Go ahead and move up to players 8 again. I'm gonna keep going. Now are they all enchanted? Maybe. And the enchant lasts about 3 minutes, so it's actually okay that he spaces it out, because then he'll just slowly refresh it as he goes along. So, I do think I like the added damage there. Even though the Act 2 Mercenary is also nice. Now, once we can get, like, Might Aura from an Act 2 Mercenary and Nightmare. Yes, Act 3 Mercenary has enchant now. Is correct. Since D2R, maybe like patch 2.4? Something around there. There's them all, baby. Chance for Frost Nova when struck. Not as useful on this character because we try to just not get struck as often, but for the times we will get struck, it is useful. So where's Act 6? Again, I would be shocked if we got something that big.
A worthless statue. Perhaps I can trade this for something better.
Absolutely shocked. Honestly, at this point, with them saying that Act 4 was cooking and everything, or not Act 4, Diablo 4 was cooking, I think that's, I feel like that's the chaos that they're planning to release. I feel like it's not even going to be Diablo 2. I feel like it's just going to be Diablo 4. Like, we cooked so much in Diablo 4, Diablo 2 players are gonna love it. That's my prediction. Well, I can't get a Might Merc until Nightmare, so... We're, just waiting on that one. At that point, I think the Might Merc is better. Okay. Let's go ahead and leave a TP there. Transmog from D4 now available in D2R, yeah. I mean, I feel like this has to be a dead end. I don't think there's any way in the world yet that this isn't a dead end. Have I only enjoyed PvP? Uh-huh. Haven't you seen me PvP and wreck Cooley's face? Those are great videos. Hey, one to summon resist. We also have Iron Golem now if we desire. Who does have a little thorns going, you know. But meh. Isn't Diablo Immortal a follow-up to D2? Diablo Immortal landed between D2 and D3, right? Something like that for lore-wise.
I can't carry anymore.
I think you might be right. Too many potions. See the poison explosion. Wow, look at those res. 27 light res. Yes, please. Sheriff, you can hold the garbage. Yeah, all summons despawn in Classic when switching axe, so really makes Iron Golem pretty pointless. And shortly after Act 2 or D2, like 5 years, maybe even less, yeah. Thought I remember that being from the lore. What, Binary? I messaged her and said I was joking. I like it. Agreed, creative. Wait, the children are unsupervised? Team Mauam? Oh, yes, please. Please tell me the 5 cuts right at least. Alright, good. Alright, welcome to the Flare Jungle. Ready? Also, we can wear teleport on swap now. I think even, yeah, right there. So that's nice. Kill some bosses. Such a peaceful run. Even hired Gerolf. Uh-huh. That we did. We even hired Gerolf. Yeah, I don't know if I need to go down into Fire Golem. Honestly, I'm pretty fine with Blood Golem or Clay Golem. Like, the Golem itself doesn't actually matter.
I need a key.
You know? That's the thing. Like, this has 450 life, this has 338 life. Yeah, it has a slows enemy, but it's... you know... fine. Whatever. 175. Like, Fire Golem does have a little bit more life. Clay versus bosses is kind of all that matters. Do you have Clay Golem versus a boss? Yes. Good. Then you're doing fine. You're in a good spot.
I need a key.
Otherwise, whatever. So that is one of the nice things, I suppose, as well, is this build has a lot of options. So, you know, don't feel like you are needing to follow my lead exactly with it. If you want to have a point in Iron Maiden now, have a point in Iron Maiden. If you want to get a different golem, get a different golem. If you want to get Corpse Explosion going earlier, get Corpse Explosion going earlier. Like, you really can kind of make these choices on your own. The biggest thing is that you are putting points into Raise Skeleton. So long as you are jamming Raise Skeleton, and even if you're putting a few points into Skelly Mastery instead, that's like, okay, it's slightly less optimal, but it's still fine. Then you're good. Do I ever feel my brain rotting away from all this C2 grinding? No. We'll grab the mage now. There we go. We got our mage. Woo! We're doing a GDQ this summer. Isn't it going on right now? I am not currently doing a GDQ, but I think by next summer, GDQ will be potentially on the menu. Because I've got a 2-year-old and a 8-month-old. And so it's kind of hard to get all the way up to there and do all that. But I do think I could get up there still and try and start doing GDQs again. Because once they're like 3 and 1.5, it's easier to travel with them. Like, it's harder and it's easier. It'll still be very hard to travel with a 3-year-old and a 1.5-year-old. Or if I mean, we'd probably bring them along. But it's also like, I don't know, traveling with a little newborn so difficult. Or a tiny baby. Current sub-zero. Yeah, why is that all broken? I don't understand. Mages and golems are both bait. All points in scaling and mastery beats P7 Nightmare. Yeah, I mean, this is the bread and butter of it. Now, I do want a point in summon resist, so getting at least Clay Golem and going down that path is worth it. And then I did get Blood Golem, so I can eventually get Revive, because Revives are actually, like, the tankiest things ever. So I love having Revives just for tanking. Plus, you can get, like, Erdars and whatever stuff, but Revives are super tanks. But you can totally just go Skelly and Skelly Mastery all the way, and you'll be great. Like, that still is very, very, very strong. So, again, you can kind of run it how you want, though I would recommend getting 1 point in Summon Resist at least. Wouldn't be surprised if it was actually Chris Wilson. I think it was. Yeah, I mean, I've chatted with Chris Wilson an okay amount. He's a really cool dude. I feel like it was him, actually. Like, I'm remembering back, and I think that was Chris who donated during GDQ. I want to say it was. Obviously, it could be an imposter, but... maybe I'll ask him if he did, if he remembers. Yeah, we did a little review of it there. It was great. Great. Great interview. Chris did a really nice job being on the other side of it. Yeah, Chris is a big D2 fan. I mean, that was kind of how the inspiration for Path of Exile all came out, right? Like... Path of Exile is too flashy. Yeah, I mean, that was my feelings too. It was just like flash, 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 flash. It's like beach in Miami during spring break, you know? Too much for me, man. Go, go, mage! Mages are so bad. It's almost comical how bad they are. Now remember, you want to look for in the Curse Bazaar this temple, the ruined temple that faces towards the bottom left. This is where Serena lives, and where Lamessen's tomb is. Is Blood Golem better than Clay? I mean, every time Blood Golem hits, you'll see me gain some nice life, right? Get a little life boost of like 10, 15 life. It's not that big and it doesn't matter that much, but it is something. And he does a little bit more damage than Clay Golem, but also like doesn't super matter. Again, the golem you choose is pretty irrelevant. You mostly just want anything, and then you want a clay golem for bosses. Pretty much it. Not really, Dave. Make an iron golem out of Eth Thresher Infinity. Uh-huh. Of course, coming right up. See if we can find waypoint. I mean, I don't super need it. We're doing just fine here, but we're also already level 25. If you are not level 25, the main reason I want to get the waypoint is just to like show and explain the little thing. But basically, you can run again through like the Flare Jungle. You can run again through like Battle Maid Serena multiple times. Just configure something. We're just not going to get the waypoint? Just doesn't exist? Oh, it's right there. No, yes. No, that's not it. Alright, well this waypoint is just hidden, so such is life. Probably right here. The last place I look. Just, you know, again, small things that you can do if desired. To the life tap. Oh, wait. I haven't done the dungeon yet. Ah, snap. I needed to save that TP. So I'll go Skeleton Mastery, Skeleton, a little bit of Revive, and then some Corpse Explosion. That would be the main, like, combo of it all. Only 1 point in Skeleton Mastery? Yeah, to start, like I was saying before, Raised Skeleton is just better. Overall, it just ends up being better. Some people like this because you get more life and damage and, you know, all this stuff, right? But it's just not. The skeletons end up being worth more. Each point you put here also increases the damage and stuff. So it's a little bit better. Poison res, 16 to mana. I will take more mana. Yeah, 33% slow at level 1 for Clay Golem. So Clay Golem is, like I say, really good. We don't have the brain, so let's go back and run the Flare Jungle a little bit. Just so go grab it. Accidentally set that TP. Yeah, I mean, there's literally a whole mathematical breakdown of all of it, of putting the points into skeleton versus skeleton mastery, and at no point does skeleton mastery take over and be better. Basically, every time you put a point in raised skeleton that you get another skeleton added, your DPS goes higher. And then every additional point beyond that, it gets closer and closer to skeleton mastery. And then whenever skeleton mastery is about to take over, or a point would impact it enough, you get another skeleton. And so then you go, it jumps up again. So your DPS always ends up being higher here. Now, one thing you can say is with skeleton mastery, it's a little more survivable for your skeletons. So they'll stay around a little longer, which is true. But like, you can always just raise more skeletons. Now, if you're in a place where only one can hit or something, sure. But like, how often are you in the Arcane Sanctuary or the Maggot Lair where only one of your skellies can hit? It's kind of the thing. It doesn't happen often enough, and you can just teleport past anyways in the future. So I believe 15 is max skeletons. You know, you'll have like 40 X points in raised skeleton or something. Grab the brain. Bosses do 300, 3x, right? Or is it 300% damage more? I thought it was just 300% damage to summons. We'll go ahead and get strength. I do want to work up eventually towards 47 strength here in case I want to use Ancient's Pledge. This is, you know, nice. 1 to Clay Column, 1 to Raise Skeleton, but we'll go ahead and drop to Players 1 for Trav, though it's not a big deal. We honestly could do Players 8. But Hydras can be kind of annoying. So for that reason.
I need money.
I'm not using Corpse Explosion? Not yet. I will get into Corpse Explosion a little bit later on. In Nightmare, once I get some plus skills and stuff. Yeah, man. Maybe Players 8 was a no-go. Those Hydras were too much. So if you lose your whole army like we've talked about before, a nice, easy place to go is just back to Act 1. This is also where I really do like to start having revives. You know, obviously they're not coming for a little bit, but revives just being so tanky. Yeah, Hydras just murder all your stuff, so that's the problem. Iron Maiden is useful on bosses, but it can be a little brutal. But like that's really the only place that you're going to be using it. It's not really worth it in the other places, so. heal. Oh, we already got that. Perfect. All right. And let's keep moving.
Impossible.
Pretty solid. If you want to get the waypoint here to do some endurance farming, you can. There's not going to be a lot at normal Mephisto that's worth a lot for you to like farm for.
Impossible.
But, you know, for some people, they want to just snag all those early uniques and stuff, right? And get some early set pieces and just get a little bit stronger. Gotta make sure we're on players 1. And we'll teleport across. And we'll fight Mephisto. So this again is where Iron Maiden can be beneficial. As you can see, my damage is starting to fall off as the skeletons do die. So with Iron Maiden, he'll just end up killing himself. So we've just quite not made it. So I guess I can... Alright, let's go ahead and shop the Iron Maiden wand.
Welcome.
Just for the sake of showing it. There we go. One Iron Maiden for 22,000. Perfect. Oops.
I can't.
Sure, we'll go there. So now we can Iron Maiden, and then Mephisto will literally kill himself when he hits. Oh my god. Get physical, thank you. There you go.
I am overburdened.
Very simple. And you can do that for all the bosses through normal pretty easily. Once you get to Nightmare, it doesn't quite work out as well. But through normal, really, really simple and easy to have. Okay, I'll put Tutoray Skeleton back on.
What do you need?
20,000, 20,000. So again, we can keep these for even more. Ooh, 9 to life, 7 fire res. That's gorgeous. Take a look over here. 1 to summoning skills. Does cost 146,000 though, sadly, because it's got all those other things on it. But I would love to shop just a plus to summoning skills.
Hello.
That'd be nice. Not enough money. I will sell one of these to get money. Either way, give yourselves the clap. You are through Act 3 now. Let's continue into Act Numero Quattro. We're level 26, so we are crushing it on levels. Don't really need to level up that much more at all, because Ancients will get us 27. This little experience here will get us 28. I mean, that's all, you know, fine and dandy. And I will need to summon an army at some point here. So I will probably just go back and summon that later. It's on the down, okay.
Impossible.
So when we get to the waypoint up here, we'll go get an army really
I
fast.
can't.
Ah yes, bone wall farming.
Impossible.
Back when bone walls used to drop items.
Impossible.
Oh no. Whew.
Impossible. Impossible.
That was a wild time. Little spicy there. It was a time.
I need mana.
Hey!
Snappy became a member.
Snappy, thank you for becoming a member. I was trying to figure out how to say that, and honestly, let's just go with Snappy instead of me butchering it. Bone walls dropped items? Yep, it was just a thing. I don't know. It was probably a bug they didn't mean to, but bone walls were technically like, you know, monsters or mobs, how they coded it. So, it would drop items. Prison probably did as well. I just remember Bone Wall did. Alright, 2 more skills. Lovely. Raise Skelly, and I'll put 1 into Iron Golem there.
Iswal was weak. He squandered his infernal power.
Moo.
Hello Mr. Llama, I would
Hello.
really love to see an ultra hardcore necro run but with summons. Greetings.
It would be... I feel like the summons make it too easy,
Impossible.
you know? Now the thing is, I don't think the Necro has a chance without summons. So it's kind of his only way to do it, but it's just not as terrifying because you're just kind of always standing back letting the summons do everything. But I guess because you do need the mana and stuff. Mage's only is not going to work, so that's the problem there. It just like won't do anything. Revive only is great, but that's level 30.
Impossible.
Hi, Snappy. A little bit, Sanders. Let's go do the forge. Get him, baby. Nephrune. Womp womp. Amrune is like the ultra fine there. Tholrune is also decent because we do want to make a spirit. Again, getting plus to all skills is really good for us. So it's a little sad that we don't get to live our spirit dreams there yet. But we will do Nightmare Countess to get spirit, so not a big deal. Army's getting strong. It is. They're doing well. It is a fun progression, I feel like, for the Necro.
Ultra HC Bonemancer and Curses only, yay or nay?
Bone and curses only. That's what I'm saying is like, I don't think you can do it without summons. Curses are going to be pretty worthless there. And bone, you're really just running teeth. And teeth requires tons of mana and doesn't do enough damage. So I think without summons, the Necro has no chance in the ultra hardcore. Okay. I would love to fight over here. I am a little concerned. Okay, we got the boss though. That's the important thing.
I need mana.
Alright, nice. It was close, but we got there. We're not using Act 2 Mercenary. Well, I have an Act 3 Mercenary for enchant. Once I get to Nightmare, I'll swap to an Act 2 Might Mercenary. Because Might's really nice, but can't get that yet. Alright, now we get to start pumping Skelly Mastery, which actually really starts to feel good. Because we've got our 9 Skellies. And I'll go a little more strength.
I am overburdened. I am overburdened. I am overburdened.
We got no news on it. We're just waiting. Waiting around to see what they do. New D2R update. We're speculating, but extreme diarrhea blasting.
What's the most powerful gear set you've ever ended up on a full playthrough? Toilet emoji, toilet emoji, toilet emoji.
I mean, like, the last one I ended up on was pretty decent. We had a Shaco at the end there from Hellbale. I mean, that's pretty good. That's a really nice armor.
Put that to good use.
Not even death can save you from me.
So, Diablo will absolutely murder everything, which is why it's generally a good idea to just Iron Maiden him. Mr. Gymnasium. and let him just kind of kill himself. Thank you so much. How you doing? How was your stream? Are you still on PD2?
Moo.
Jim Hay did some coop runs. Quadman 42.29 and Pacifist Trios 1:33 and 21 seconds.
Nice. Pacifist trio. I like it. I assume nobody's allowed to attack. It's just 3 pacifists run. Paladin, source, whatever. 2 skulls before Stony? Yeah, that'll help a lot. Dude, I can't believe our mercenaries survived through Diablo. That's insane. And just like that, all done. With Act 4. Poise. Oh wait, yeah, I was gonna save that. Oh well. Well done, everybody. That was a nice axe. 111% ED.
What do you need? Good to see you.
Put some things away. Yo! Extreme diarrhea. Blasting. With 10 gifted memberships. I'm really trying to think on a full playthrough. Like, one time I made a wind, but that wasn't very good. I've gotten Shaco before a couple of times. I have found Jarun and the likes. But I never like, I couldn't make anything with like the Jarun, you know? That was really great. Obviously I've done some like playthroughs where I go through to Ubers and stuff, and then I've gotten more. I did the Mosaic Sin where I ran her through to, but like that's not like a playthrough, you know, because it like keeps going. So she did her 1 to Zod challenge in like 71 hours, I think it took or something. Am I still doing the road? No, I finished that 1 to Zod playthrough, like I say, in like 71 hours.
I can't.
Barbarian double-handed playthrough. I do think we need to do a Frenzy Barb playthrough.
Not enough mana.
So that third video ends there. Maybe I didn't get them all uploaded in time and then that is over or something. I know I have the like Zod piece, but it's possible I did not get all of the pieces over. No, we have a throw barb playthrough, I'm pretty sure.
My.
7 fire res, better than nothing. Now, if you do want to level, this is an okay place for leveling, but not actually nearly as good on this character because you don't have your summons, right? Like every time you restart the game. So it's a little bit annoying, but one thing that you can do is you can actually go into Pindle's portal, summons there, then come over after you kill some of those guys and fight here. So it still can work out and be decent. So yeah, Nilithak's temple can be, or just on the way there, yeah, can be a really nice way to build your army really quickly. Did you hit Shake or Arm of King Lyric yet? Not on this character. Go ahead and save for Ralor Tal. I don't know if I'm going to actually grab Ancient's Pledge. I mean, this is okay. Like, Ancient's Pledge is 40, 48 all res, basically, which is really nice. But I also don't get hit that much. So I don't feel like it's super rough for us where we're not, like, able to do anything.
Impossible.
Alright, Spectre. Either way, I do want Ralor Tal because that helps us get to our spirit, which I really do want. Go ahead and grab our mercenary. Best thing about D2 is it'll be around. It's true. It is true. She's always there for you. Whoa, hello, fog. D2 needs to expand Act 4, not have Act 6. I would take either one, but I don't think we'll get either one. So, I think we'll get extra character tabs,
Impossible.
a couple more stash tabs, and a couple new runeworks. That's my prediction.
Impossible.
What was which house? We do want to save Anya.
Impossible.
Impossible.
So we'll set a TP right here and then move forward. Get a waypoint. Come back.
Impossible. I can't. I can't.
Waypoint just to the left of us. That's good. Just a loot filter would be amazing. Yeah, I mean, they don't have to do a lot to be impressive here.
I can't.
Is this the urn? Yes. Alright.
I can't.
Sure, we'll kill these dudes. Oh, no chance, binary. Back to D2 we go next. These guys make good revives. Yeah, we're sadly just short of Revived City. Ooh, a Demon Hide Sash is nice. Just an additional socket there. Oh no, it's ethereal. I guess it's better still. Even if it breaks, it's fine. And then I get the extra slots regardless, so. Go ahead and slide some rejuves in. For sure, software. When is the next one? Get our resistances. August 29th. May stop in and check it out then. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, no. New season of Last Epoch is the 26th or 27th of August? My goodness. Why do they keep fighting over when they're doing all the releases?
Impossible. I can't.
That happened literally on the last one as well. Alright, let's go get our army to
Voice of the
full
ancients.
and then fight some ancients. Hopefully we're at a good enough spot for it.
Good afternoon.
I can't.
See it, baby. Alright, they're doing a good job on Maddock. Whirlwinding through everybody. Did he just have Frost Nova on death?
Impossible.
What piece of gear did he have that gave him that? Did he have a facet in there or something? Or did it just happen to proc? Huh. Alright, we smoked him. More mastery.
I can't.
Like, what else gives chance for Frost Nova on death? Does that even? Maybe it's Blizzard, actually, from the facet. So what gives Frost Nova on death? There's a broadsword that should get 4 sockets. I believe any monster in Worldstone Keep level 1 should give 4 sockets there. But he wasn't cold enchanted. So I don't know. Literally no clue. I don't really need the waypoint here. You can go get the waypoint if you want. But this character is capable really of handling anything in the throne, in normal at least, especially, so waypoint is kind of if you feel like running a few Baal runs to level up, then you can do that. Thanks, Prestige.
I can't.
Can I play with Sorceress? I can do a Sorceress run in the future.
Impossible.
I don't think we agreed on nothing. Shadow Clock Colin. Well, thankfully we are at Baal. Act 5 Mercenary seems the better fit for Summon Necro. Well, the Act 3 gives Enchant, which adds a bunch of fire damage. And the Act 2 has Auras, and the Act 5 just doesn't, like, do enough to help out, you know? So, sadly. we're all prepped for revive next, so we'll just continue with skeleton mastery. And I'll go with more vitality. Low level chance pretty bad. Sure, but you have to remember we have... Oh, the poison just wrecked us. We have, let's go get more summons. A bunch of summons, right? So it's not like we only can get one enchant with it. We are getting...
I need mana.
all of the, you know, 10 summons enchanted. So that makes it 120 to 170 added damage instead of 12 to 17. Which is better. I'm going to try and block some of these Hydra bolts just to try and help tank a little bit for my summons. Do merc skills profit from post skills on items? Uh-huh. How is that confused math? 12 to 17 added fire damage for enchant times 10 summons equals 12 to 170 added fire damage. $120 to $170. Oh boy. Alright. These minions are just proven to be a little too much. So we're just going to do some drag strats on them. Where you drag them out. Bit by bit. Now we could also potentially swap here and see how Iron Maiden does for him. I mean, it doesn't feel like they take enough damage with it. So, it's all good. We will move forward, and this is where for the bosses, you don't need to have all the everything. You just need to Iron Maiden and get your golem down and let him hit your golem. And this is where I actually do like the blood golem more, because the clay golem is going to slow him.
My brothers will not have died in vain.
Which you don't want. Now you can also go build your army up if you would like. Which may end up being better still overall. Mercenary got wrecked. Everybody got wrecked. I'm just gonna go build my army. Yeah, Nightmare Act 2 Mercenary will be the best overall for us. You You can also get away from there and
I need mana.
perfect. Sheesh. Bale's being a tough one. This is also where revives definitely help out. But that has done better at least.
My brothers will not have died in vain.
Earth Arch from CS. I'm only level 29, sadly.
Moo.
Yeah, that's a tough one. T-Woof. Truxus, thank you very much for the prime sub.
I can't.
Decrepify and Clay Golem do work well. I don't have Decrepify, but I guess if I'm going to go in with my Mercenary, I will get the Clay Golem. Because if you actually Decrepify and Clay Golem Baal, he won't be able to do anything. So I will swap over to that, since that is more of my goal here. And then the slow will still slow him down and keep him from hitting my stuff as often. But he is going to hit still anyways.
Thanks.
Yeah, don't have to crap. But we can do the little bit of cheese there. And just have him kill himself slightly. Summon's annoying though. It is blown. It's fine.
Hello.
It is all good. Let us go get one more army set. And then we'll have them.
I need mana.
That'll work. Bale's in a bad mood today. Yeah, just gotta kind of slow play him. All right. Yeah, man. One more hit. GG. And just like that, normal is done. That's kind of nice. 20 to all res, minus 20 requirements, hit recovery, 1 socket. It's really pretty sweet. So let's take a look at our end of normal. We are mostly all vitality, a little bit of strength for some gear and potential future gear. Skill-wise, we're 1 point there. Not even 1 point there. That's just from here. And then everything else is just in summons, raise skeleton max, starting on skeleton mastery, and we'll get revive at 30, and maybe a couple points in revive. Probably just get like 3, 4 revive, something like that, and then I can just use that. Otherwise, yeah, it's just going to be skeleton mastery, really starting to get them tanky and bulk them up. That'll be that, and then getting some plus skills will be nice. Gear-wise, 2 to raise skeleton, just some resistance there, mana, whatever. 1 to raise skeleton, 1 to clay golem, 1 amp damage. Stealth, 7 fire res, 16 mana, 6 life, 10 FCR, 10 light res, and regular heavy boots. So nothing really that impressive gear-wise. And then a teleport staff. So nothing too crazy right there, right? It's for the most part just a simple gear setup.
At your
Let's go ahead
service.
and repair the TP staff. But yeah, Nightmares where we'll go farm. We're gonna look for a lore helm and a spirit sword. That's plus 3 to all skills, which is really nice because that's 3 to skeleton mastery, 3 to raise skeleton, 3 to summon resist, 3 to golem mastery, 3 to one of the golems, 3 to revive, 3 to amp damage, right? Like, plus skills isn't always so good on every single class, right? Sometimes it's just like, oh yeah, it's good, but it just adds damage to like the one skill that I use. This class it's very good on. So you really want plus skills, and then if we can get, you know, plus necro skills or Eye of Etlich or plus necro skills Ami, plus to summoning skills here, like it can put us in a really nice spot. So there are some benefits there that, you know, we could really like. And yeah, that's normal. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I will see you guys in part Nightmare, where we will start into Nightmare and continue rolling with this character. Don't forget to like and subscribe, YouTube, if you haven't already. Mwah! Kisses to you all. I'll see you guys next time. Peace, YouTube.